clearly there is a need for an MBA in this world, because gone are those days when we don't require training, we don't require a specific skills, and most importantly networking. These three aspects are brought about by a typical MBA program. The successful organizations and not so successful organizations have been in this world for quite some time. But most importantly, the management programs bring about the best in those organizations and not so best in those organizations, and these leaders should learn from those and put this in practice in the organization they work for. So I would like to quote a Bloomberg statement. That is why the world needs more, not less, of business education, because it depends on it. Any equation without constraint is not interesting, not valid too. A married person with a kid, quitting the job and doing a full-time course, thought it was a risky affair. But at the same time, I was a postgraduate from IIT Madras. I didn't want to dilute the rigor with which I want to learn. So I landed up at IIM. But what I wanted to bring out here is that I did not learn throughout in the top tier 1 organizations. My undergrads was from a tier 2 organization. The only thing I feel was the difference is the competition levels. So I felt we should bring in a management program that will round up my rough edges. Those there are still few left out. Whatever I am going to say, I am not taking anything away from those young freshers. Many professors who taught in IIM were more rejuvenated to teach our class, because we formed a class of some 30 odd people with varied experience. Our average experience was about 10 years and plus. We could relate much better than those freshers. The learning will be much faster, and the ramp of the learning can be extraordinarily high compared to a fresher. That is one important takeaway from a part-time course. More importantly, the peer learning in a part-time course will be far more related to the industry compared to a full-time program. The same case study, if I read, from my perspective, I bring out experience. Another guy from another industry who reads the same case study brings out another perspective, and the learning can be much higher than in a full-time course. Irony of life, I planned 3 vacations, successfully executed them. Prior to that, I have never done it and struggling to do it now. I may sound silly with whatever I am going to say, because it is going to be too simple. A timetable with a planning helped it. I would say many a times my colleagues started planning for me unknowingly, but it does not going to stop any unplanned travel out of this work. You may have to plan, you may have to plan, you may have to replan, you may have to replan, you may have to replan. There got to be a continuous challenge of what is that we are going to compromise. At times we may have to compromise the number of classrooms that we may have to miss. But my earnest request to my fellow friends who is doing a program like this is, please try to reduce that as much as possible. According to a statement I read, 1 teacher is equal to 10 books that you read. So what you get through a classroom delivery is going to be much higher than what you do through a self-study program. But have it within your limits. Each program allows you an allowance limit beyond which you are not supposed to miss the classes. Plan for that. Let me tell you, I did not have a single penalty on my attendance, but it doesn't mean that I am going to compromise on my work. That's going to feed this course. I used to start 1.5 hours early every day to compensate my previous day's delay in work, because invariably I used to start at 6 p.m. from my office and reach IIM campus at 6:45. So 3 words, plan, plan, plan. Another 3 words, replan, replan, replan if you miss it. Very complex tool used by toddlers nowadays, timetable. Maybe I can share a template for your students too. Once a course outline is provided to me, I prepare something called a term work plan. It contains about 5 courses. Each course has set of deliverables, starts with an end term exam, has a quizzes, the number of case studies that you may have to present, a term paper if it is required. You may have to do some assignments for that. Assignments comes up with flavors, individual assignments, group assignments. Most importantly, this allows you to plan with your teammates too. At times, you may feel that you take a lot of burden on others' behalf and land up doing too much and compromising something else. Or other times, you may become malnourished in form of knowledge. You may try to skip few things. So, this weekly plan and monthly plan certainly helped me to go about planning my course, my family, most importantly work. Priority is shared among these three things and it takes turns. According to me, learning comes first. As a part of the learning, you may land up acquiring specific skills. These MBA programs comes with some specialization like finance, strategy, operations. In that process, you build some tools or you learn from some tools. The rest is a result. So, my prime focus should be, according to me, is learning. As a result of it, some skills automatically get attached to you, the rest is in place. Let me take it one by one. Content. My earnest request to the students who take these courses is, please trust the pedagogy. The academicians, the professors who have been in this system for quite long, who know their business, have framed it. Trust the pedagogy. But at the same time, this is an open knowledge word. You can add anything more to it. Bottom line, trust. Trust the pedagogy. The next one would be on networking. I only could recollect my boss's statement. The guy who knows the maximum number of people will be the last to be relieved when the company is going to shut down. Networking is the most important thing anywhere you are. As the saying goes, network is your net worth, not money. Please keep a focus on this networking. Peer learning, as a part of any part-time program with an experienced lot, peer learning will be the maximum. Content will facilitate, lectures will add value. This is what will be the key differentiators. As I told you earlier, the perspectives differs from the experience a person garners. So, it is important that you be part of the peer learning. Peer learning comes up with some motivation from you and it also motivates the professor who delivers the program. You come prepared for the class, understanding the case studies, understanding the knowledge that you have read from the materials. It makes the professor read even better. You get enriched knowledge. You can motivate peer learning. As a result of it, you will also learn better. Expert interaction, I call it a masala. The core food comes from the previous factor. Food is there. But I am not taking away anything from this. It indeed gives you a lot of insights, lot of motivation, but we got to do it after putting in place the other factors. Yes, it does add value, but a long way to go. If you allow me, I will say 4 things.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Did not waste time. Spent it very meaningfully. I would say my idiot box viewing drastically reduced because of the planning that I got to deliver a lot of deliverables part of the program, still manage my family and my work. One important thing is that your participation, whether you like it or not, a course will contain some 30 odd courses. Few you might like it, few you might not like it. Participation in all team activities and all individual activities. I would like to say that I submitted all deliverables on time. Learning from such exercise, that's the most important thing. The learning got to be implemented. I implemented in many facets and I am wherever I am in this organization today. As a part of the course, you will have lots and lots and lots of reading. Your normal reading might not help you. A concept called speed reading is required. I developed that skill importantly, which is helping me in various other aspects of my career. I wanted to write case studies. I was reading case studies written by others, but I couldn't write one. Now I am preparing one with my professor. Hope to publish it very soon. could not put in best of my effort throughout the program. Let me tell you, this will happen for everyone. We have to balance it. We have to take it in our stride. You may not be able to put in your best of the effort throughout the program. Wanted to pick some additional courses, elective courses. Due to lack of time, I couldn't. These are the 3 regrets I have. Punctiliousness space. This is your choice. It has not been put by your parents or so-called well-wishers. Please extract the best out of it. I would say in the short term, you may get a benefit, you may not get a benefit. But it's a guaranteed statement from my end. If you put the learning into practice, the benefits are going to come. We as MBA graduates may not be able to compete against a chartered accountant if you are a finance guy. If you are an operations guy, you may not be able to compete against a floor manager who has got 15-20 years of experience. So then what does this MBA program makes you do? Become a jack. Today the norm is chartered accountants are looking for a management degree programs. Why is that? You can club some skills that you have honed through analytics. Chartered accountants do not have this flavor. The shop floor managers may not be able to relate IT and business. You may be able to do it with an IT specialization. Try to become a jack. My request to the students of these courses is, please participate across courses. You may like few, you may like many. Please do not drop your interest, or please do not get away from few courses. You may repent it at a later point in time. No pain, no gain. The time you may have to invest would be far more, and you may miss few weekend trips, you may miss few family functions, but this will for your long-term benefit. All the best.